So here we have a single mother, and this is yet another example of why I tell you guys to avoid single mothers. Oh Lord, she's got the giant hoop earrings, and she's trying to counter them with tiny, tiny hoop earrings. It's not working, honey. One doesn't counter the other. And she's, of course, got the cow nose ring as well, as if she's ready to go to auction. Oh, to be sold to the highest bidder, lady. What is it with you women and the nose rings, huh? You know men don't like them, and yet all you broads have them. Ah, she's got the disheveled hair. Looks like she just crawled out of bed. No makeup whatsoever. I mean, hey, I'm not a big fan of makeup, to be honest. I want to know what a broad looks like right from the get-go. But you could at least run a comb through your hair. No. I slept late. I slept too late. I slept through the alarm. I don't know how that's possible. Don't alarms go off until you turn them off? So how do you sleep through it? But, yeah, I didn't have time to run a comb through my hair. Oh, this is a single mama. Yeah. Of course, she divorced her husband and is now, looking for another dude. Anyway, let's hear what she has to say, because I find it amusing, and I think it's a good cautionary tale for you guys out there.
I'm a single mother to 4 kids, and I had all 4 children are with the same person. I was married to their father for 10 years.
Why didn't you stay with him then?
And one of the things that did keep me stuck was thinking, gosh, if I leave him, who's going to want me with 4 kids?
That's a good question. Yeah, did you stop to think that? Yeah, you did, but you disregarded that question.
No one's going to want to date me. I'm going to have a hard time. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. First of all, loving myself was the main focus when I left, because I think that's the only way you're going to make any progress is learning how to care for yourself the way you've cared for and poured into other people. But also, I have not had any problem dating people. There is a whole group of people that don't give a fuck if you have kids.
Yeah. They'll date you, meaning they'll smash, and they'll go the way of the dodo. I don't know why. A chick with 4 kids, the plumbing down there cannot be in the greatest shape. So I don't get it. But yeah, there's plenty of guys that'll smash. They'll hit it and quit it. But they won't want anything long term.
Yeah, totally are yeah, that's your shit, your kids. I'm down to date you and just
bang,
have a good time with you.
And they
kind of see you as separate, and it's not a big deal. And for me especially, I'm not looking for a step parent for my kids. They have a father.
So you left your husband so you could ride the CC at what looks to be 40? I mean, I don't get it.
However he is, that's their father. And I'm not looking for anybody to another person to fucking co-parent with. So for me, it works out completely perfect that there's...
Of course, that's not going to happen because you're not going to be able to co-parent because they're not your kids and you'll have no say anyway.
Plenty of men that don't care that you have kids.
No. So for banging.
If that's one of your fears, especially with a lot of kids, you're good.
Wrong. So lie to women some more, why don't you? Because misery loves company. No. What happened here, she left her husband. She thought she could do better. She found she couldn't do better. So she's like, well, I got to resign myself to just riding the CC until I eventually find someone. And I'm telling people that I don't care. And I don't want to find somebody to help me shoulder the load, but she's lying.
Just gotten back from the gym and literally just took my hair out of a ponytail. So I'm dating. I'm 45. I've been dating for kind of a while now. But here's the thing, and here's the point that's being missed. Okay? So I'm doing all the things. Like I'm going to the gym, I've got a car, I've got a house, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house.
Things that none of which a man gives a crap about.
I pay for all of these things. And all of these things are mine. I have I have a good relationship with my family, good relationship with my children, all the things. So when a man approaches me, I need you to ask yourself something. When I look at her, and I normally don't look like this, but when I look at her and I see...
No, you look like this is how you actually look.
that she's doing all these things in her life without me. 800 plus credit score, not in debt, all the things. She's doing these things without me. She's going to work, paying the bills, doing the things, mowing the grass, like I'm the man. What value do I bring to this situation?
Right, so she's the man, which is really true. Women want to be men these days, and that's especially true of effinists. And so, yeah, what do you bring to the table, man? Since I bring all the financial necessities and I have all this stuff, you got to bring more than what I have, which we already know. So, meanwhile, what do you bring to a man that a man wants? Well, I bring to a man exactly what I want from a man, even though what a man wants from me is in no way, shape, or form the same. But I'm an effeminist, so I believe in equality. So I think that men want the same thing from me that I want from them. Because of course!
What do I have to offer her? Because if she looks like this, she acts like this, and she behaves like this already, what do I add to this equation?
Yeah, if she's this insufferable, imagine how bad she would be if you actually lived with her and got to a long-term relationship and locked her down. Which you wouldn't be, by the way, because she's already divorced. That's yet another red flag in addition to all these. Great! What does a man bring to the situation? Well, honey, I know you think you're a man, but how many cars have you fixed? How many transmissions have you taken apart? How many houses have you built? How many foundations have you laid? How many pools have you cleaned? How much hard labor have you actually done? Are you picking up that big, heavy 5-gallon jug of water? No, what she really wants is some dude who will do all those things, of course, for free, and in exchange, you don't get any of the things that she just mentioned as supposedly, positive things she brings to the relationship, because as we all know, her stuff is her stuff, your stuff is her stuff, but her stuff is not your stuff. You'll never get access to her stuff. You'll never get access to her money. You'll never be on the deed of that house. You won't be on the deed. You'll have no power. You'll have no hand. So, sounds like a pretty one-sided arrangement, really, where the man is going to be providing all the stuff that you don't want to pay a handyman to do, or a gardener to do, or a pool cleaner to do. So he'll do all the manly stuff, and in exchange, what he'll get from you is a 45-year-old barren womb. Sounds like a bad deal to me for the man.
And if you can't answer that question within 30 seconds or less, don't ask her out. Don't.
And we get another chick here, just from this still. Looks like she might be drunk or on something, but let's see.
Being a single mum and dating in the Gold Coast is brutal. First of all, the universe is literally trying to tell me something, because
Partial sleeve tattoo that looks unfinished, so I'm sure there's more tattoos in her future. Fake blonde. Red flags already.
my ex, who I was in a traumatic relationship with, was Scorpio. And
Traumatic, and he was a Scorpio. There's more red flags. Whenever a woman says traumatic, but she doesn't get more specific, she's full of crapola. Yeah. She's trying to imply that there was some kind of abuse by saying traumatic, but it's such an ambiguous term. It doesn't really mean anything, but she's implying that there was abuse without saying there was abuse, because there wasn't actually abuse. It was just traumatic in her mind, i.e. her wannabe victim mind. And then she says Scorpio. So she's into astrology. Anybody dumb enough to be into astrology, that's a red flag.
every single guy that wants to come up to me and get to know me is Scorpio, and they're on the same day as my ex, or the day before or after his birthday. So I'm pretty convinced the universe is literally telling me to stay away from all men at this point until I do some serious healing.
What does she need to heal from? All right, she rode the CC before her ex, and she left her ex, and now she's got kids, and she left him so she could ride the CC some more, because she misses the fifis. So any healing she has to do is from self-inflicted injuries. Okay, continue.
I really hate being that girl to straight up ask a guy, when's your birthday? Like, I'm all woohoo and star signy. I don't know much about star signs besides stay the fuck away from Scorpio. I need to stay the fuck away from Scorpio. But there is just something so
Oh boy, now she's putting on fake eyelashes. Oh, and she's got another tattoo on her right arm, and that is a full sleeve tattoo. Lovely. Now, by the way, she's not a bad-looking broad, and from what I can see of her body, it looks like she's got a decent body. She's not unattractive, but the red flags are just popping, yo. And she's a single mother, of course, so that's persona non grata right there.
unbelievably attractive about Scorpio men. The confidence that these guys breathe. And whenever a man looks at me, I literally feel like everyone just parts ways for us. And then I find out he's Scorpio, and it makes total freaking sense.
Uh-huh. I see.
Another weird thing is I'm attracting in a lot younger guys. I'm 36 years old, and they're usually around 25 to...
Yeah, you practice. They see you as easy. Guys your age don't want to be with you because guys your age, now that they've established themselves and gotten some financial success, now they've reached a point in their lives where they are thinking about having a family, and now they're at a point where they can afford to. At least the guy she wants. But those guys don't want you. They want a younger woman that can actually have kids. They don't want somebody who already has kids. But these younger guys, well, they figure you get more desperate, and you'll be an easier bang and clang, hit it and quit it. You'll be easier to smash because you're older. You're not having as much success in the romance departments. You're going to be desperate. They're not wrong.
27, and I just feel like that's just a little too young for me. I'm also finding out guys here on the...
Of course, I'm sure there was a period she went through where she didn't feel that was the case. And I'm sure if he's a good enough looking 25-year-old, that rule will go out the window.
Gold Coast, they don't date. They just want to chill.
Isn't that dating these days? What are you talking about? Lady, you're for recreational use only, if that.
I'm just like, what the fuck is chill? What is that? Turns out that's the obvious. It's coming over, it's banging, and it's bailing. And I am just not for that. I would much rather...
Yes, you are.
be spending time on my own than just...
Lies.
Feeling like literally a piece of meat.
But that's all you are. Not even a very good piece of meat. You're a piece of meat. That's all you are, actually. A used piece of meat at that. That thing's been rolling around in the back of a freezer truck for a few years, getting battered and bruised. That is some tenderized meat, all right, honey? Yeah, too tenderized.
I did all of that dumb stuff in my 20s, and I'm not about to just go backwards in life.
And that's why she needs healing, folks. Woo! But it's the man's fault. It's Scorpio's fault. It's not my fault. Yeah, even though I chose those guys. Yeah, well, okay, honey. That's great. I love that I'm always proven right about these chicks.
So I've simply just come to the conclusion that I'm going to continue working on loving myself. And
narcissist. The only people that say I'm going to work on loving myself, or I love myself, or I'm working on getting better at loving myself, are people who are narcissists, and they're just working on becoming better narcissists.
Till the right guy shows up, but doesn't only show up, he is going to consistently keep showing up, keep wanting to see me, keep wanting to get to know me, asking the right questions, and then maybe I will give him the time of day.
Yeah, so basically, he's got to meet all of her sixes. You know what those are. And in addition, he can't be a Scorpio, but even though, she's gone out with plenty of them, and if he was hot enough and wealthy enough, she would go out with him, even though he was a Scorpio. And, he'll keep coming around, honey, as long as he can, hit it. And then when he gets tired of your nonsense and you become too difficult, or you start demanding to know, where is this going? Then he'll bail. But until then, he'll pretend to be interested in something more. But he really just wants to hit it as long as he possibly can. Oh boy, we got another one. We got another one. Boy, oh boy, is she dolled up. Okay, let's hear it, sweetheart.
I am about to go on a date. I haven't had a date.
Oh boy, red flag a palooza. Double nose ring in her left nostril. Oh man, are there hoop earrings underneath all that hair? I wonder.
I haven't been on a date since my last relationship, which was in 2019.
Whoa, long time.
So it's been a couple.
Red flag. 5 years since her last relationship, and she's a woman, and she's not bad looking. She's had a nose job, by the way. Another red flag. I can tell. She's had her chin done as well. That's a number of red flags. Enough for me to go run for the hills, honey. I'm running for the hills, and so should you. I'm talking to the guys, any guys that would be interested in her, by the way. And her, Michael Jackson nose.
4 years. I don't even know what to do with myself. Anyway, I'll show you my outfit. It's freezing, and yes, I'm wearing sandals.
She's a little chunky. There's no thigh gap there. She's kind of blobby. Yeah, already pass.
What's that?
When you have a gut, don't wear a top that shows your midriff. Just a piece of advice, ladies. I guess when you're a single mother, though, you don't really care.
Feel kind of cute. Let's see how this goes. Wish me luck.
Date. What date? I got stood up.
Translation, I met a man on Hinge or Tinder, and we matched. I swiped, he swiped, we both swiped each other, and, that was the total sum of our communications, and he didn't show up for our date. Translation, he found somebody better at the last minute and went out with them instead. Either that or something happened behind the scenes we don't know about.
I got stood up. Fucking embarrassing, sitting at the reservation and nobody shows up for 45 fucking minutes.
Wow, that's cold. I mean, dudes, I know, all right, something better came along. You got a better offer. You swiped on a chick that was hotter than her, and you had the opportunity to go out with them that night, same time as you were supposed to meet this chick, so you didn't go out with her. But how hard is it to send a text, right? I mean, she's got tons of red flags. Granted, you shouldn't be going out with her in the first place, single mom, so he met somebody that wasn't a single mom and was quite a bit better looking, no doubt. But you can send a text, right? Just common human decency. There's nothing about a single mother that says she doesn't deserve some just simple consideration. You can't send a text message? Come on.
Like, is this what it's come to? That, like, nobody shows up for the committed time? I'm excited to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all bullshit.
Yes, it's all BS. He just was hoping to hit it and quit it, and then something better came along.
And, like, no response, no nothing. I just get blocked, and I'm a 38-year-old woman.
Whoa!
A woman.
That's debatable. You're a child in an adult body, I think.
I got out of a 10-year committed monogamous relationship.
Not a marriage, then. Interesting.
I have been single for the last 2.5 years.
Didn't you just say 4 before? Did you say 2019? That's actually 5 years. This is 2024 now. Okay.
Raising twins.
Oh!
I thought...
Double trauma to the plumbing downstairs.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to get out.
Maybe it's time to grow up. Maybe you shouldn't have left your significant other. Nah. I thought at 34 I could level up with twins.
Maybe it's time to see. Maybe there's new partners out there.
No. And that's why she left the hubby, or the whatever the heck he was. Not hubby, but significant other. I thought the pastures might be greener. No, they're browner, honey. Okay, I guarantee you. There ain't no greener pastures for you. And your cow nose ring. So that analogy is very apropos.
If this is what it's like to date in 2023, I don't want to fucking do it. I'd rather be single. I'd rather get myself off than wait for a potential mate.
Well, somebody lied to you. Effing lied to you. The big, fat, ugly broads that couldn't find a man and were very unhappy and dissatisfied with life decided that misery loves company, so they made the whole world miserable, and you have the suffragettes to thank for that, and the funding they got from the CIA, and various other organizations and governments and NGOs and whatever, powers to be worldwide. You got them to thank for ruining your life, honey. They lied to you. Schools lied to you. Academia lied to you, sweetheart. The media lied to you. Everybody lied to you. All right? The grass is not greener. You're not going to be happier without your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. It's over. It's over. Get used to being alone. Get some kids. Learn to like your box wine if you haven't already. We've seen pictures of her. We've seen her full body. I think she's already into the booze quite a bit. We know she's had plastic surgery, so yeah, I think it's over. But let me know what you think of this and the other single mommies. Am I wrong? Am I wrong that you should avoid them? Should you give them a chance? Should we give the single mommies a chance? Should we take them out of the town and show them a good time? Buy them drinks and meals and just spend lavish amount of cash on these broads? Spend lavishly for used goods. Should we pay full retail for an old, worn-out handbag that's been owned by 27 other people? And it's in horrible condition. And it looks terrible. And the leather's peeling. And that nice varnish shine is long gone. And it's got scratches all over the real but faded leather. Should we spend full retail on that? Or should we pass? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. On YouTube, I am Bachelor Philosopher. And on Alt Tech, I am the Realist Philosopher. Meaning Rumble and BitChute. Follow me on all of them, because you don't know how long I'm going to be here on YouTube. And of course, if you'd like to support my content more, you can go check out my Patreon. I am the Realist Philosopher on Patreon. You'll see a link at the top of the screen. It's a per-piece platform where all of my podcasts will go, but they will be polished, they will be edited. It'll be like listening to your favorite radio show, but without the adverts. It's a per-piece type of setup. You donate $1, I make 8 pieces that month. It's like $8. But you can also cap that, so you only want to donate 7. You won't get charged more regardless of how many pieces I might actually post. And of course the Super Chat function is working here on YouTube, so anytime you can make a donation that way. Anyhow, I'm out of here. I am Bachelor Philosopher, also known as the Realist, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.